just for context, I mean, my job as the innovation district manager for the city was basically to know everyone. Like, that was my job. I had to know everybody, what they were doing, what their challenges were, who they needed, and how could I, with no budget and no money, like, get them what they needed, which is a lot of relationships. And so I had to build trust very quickly in order to get people to trust me, to tell me their challenges. I had to also build trust quickly with the other side, people that had resources, and say, like, no, you really should take a bet on this company, or you should take a meeting with this guy. He's really going somewhere. So that's my experience, was going from working in architecture, which as a designer or any type of kind of more creative field, it's more solitary. You're at your computer all day and focusing on the work. The work is the primo thing. It was a big transition for me. And I think one thing that really, really helped me is that when I was little, I was super shy. And nobody ever believes me, but I was like a very shy, weird little kid. And I didn't really have any friends. And so I had to learn, like, I had to observe how people were interacting with each other and like copy them and like try it again and like see if it worked better. And I changed schools a couple times because I wasn't so good at it and everything. And so for me, it was actually kind of a very slow and sort of mechanical process to learn how relationship building works. So those of you that like networking, you're probably ahead of where I was. But anyways, in that whole process, I think one thing that I've learned above all is that everybody's pretty weird. And like, most people at events feel kind of the way that you do. Like, they would rather be doing Netflix on their couch with their cat. Like, most people would rather that. I mean, I don't know a day when I wouldn't rather be on my couch with a cup of mint tea and my cat and like whatever new binge session is on Netflix. Like, I would always rather do that than go to an event. But going to events is really important. And it's important to show up for people that you care about. They're doing something they really believe in, and you being there is also building trust with them. It's important to go to build relationships for yourself. It's important to go to build discipline and not just be on the couch doing Netflix all the time. If you can remember in those situations that everyone is a human, everyone's a little weird, everyone's a little uncomfortable, probably their shoes hurt, probably their boss is mad at them, it changes the way that you feel, and it changes the way that you present yourself in those conversations. So instead of going up to someone and saying, hello, I'm Nicole, and here's my pitch for exactly why you should talk to me and why I'm awesome, and exactly what I want to get out of you, which is how networking maybe feels when it's presented by like online articles or whatever, you go up to people and you're like, hey, like, what's up, man? Like, I'm tired. It's like, this rain is kind of intense. Boston's rainy today. Like, you just kind of go up and they're like, yeah, Boston is kind of rainy today. And then you like go from there to the next thing and ask them some question like, what are you excited about in your life that's not work? Tell me about anything else in your life that you're pumped about that's not work. So anything to get them out of that mode of, yeah, I am this person and I do this, and at this event I'm representing this particular set of things. And then when you get to the good stuff, you've already built the trust. You also have to go into most interactions not knowing what the outcome will be, and not expecting that you're going to get what you want, whether that's like an invite to a coffee or a job interview or a connection that might lead to fundraising for your nonprofit or for your startup or whatever. You have to go and just understand that this is another human being. I am a human being. The first job that we have here together is to connect on that level and to start to build that face-to-face trust. And if that works, then the rest of the things might fall into place, and they might not. And putting too much of an expectation on it up front is going to make that initial interaction weird. And that weirdness is like, that's the ick factor of networking, is that like, I'm here to get something and so are you. So I think it's very important to sit in a mindset of, I belong here. I'm a weird, fun human. They're probably a weird, fun human. And we're going to start there. And then we'll see what happens after that point. That's kind of the basics of networking, I think. Everybody's weird.
Just to add, I'll add one more thing. We have to do a lot of primary market research as entrepreneurs. If you treat it as a primary market research, okay, you're going to go in and talk to them. And there's a book called How to Talk to Humans, okay? And it's a PDF online. It's free. And it really does give you some opening questions to ask people that is fascinating where people will go to. So if you kind of treat it like that and don't put so much pressure on yourself, you'll be fine. And you might be horrible at asking questions. Okay, so you have 5 open-ended questions that you go in with. You keep trying them all around the room, and then you see what connects and what connects those people. And so that the next networking event, you have a persona for this kind of question. You have a persona for this kind of question, and it gets easier and easier. Plus, you learn a lot. Just show genuine interest, and that's what people like. So that's my end.
Genuine's important. I mean, a lot of people talk about networking like it feels fake, but it's not fake. Like, we're all there because we want to be genuinely better at whatever we're doing, or make a connection that's going to move to the next level. We all really believe in what we're doing most of the time, and so I think that's really important to kind of remember that it's genuine, and also remember it's not going to always work. Like, the same as you don't make friends with everyone in your life. You're going to meet people, and you're going to be like, okay, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. So it was nice talking with you, and see you later. There's definitely those moments, and that's totally okay. Everyone else has those moments too. You have to just push through, and if 85% of your night are those moments, and 15% are meaningful connections that are going to matter for you, or things that you learned, that's a successful evening.